Yeah! Christ be the multitude, the only one who forever.
And when the Lamb opened the seventh seal, silence covered the sky.
What we're witnessing, what are we witnessing right now? Are we looking for an NWO? Everybody's talking about the NWO. They say it's a new world order. But I propose to you, my people, because I haven't heard and seen anybody else really stepping up to the plate to really propose this when we ask for the new world order. Whose new world order is it really? I mean, we're all supposed to be human beings here. We're all supposed to have a so-called a stake in this earth and this matter and the world and all of this kind of stuff. Why? We're just thinking that the only new world order is run by white folks. How ridiculous. It's a part of a propaganda and a mind control. You understand? It's like believing that the only so-called Jews are white Jews. It's a mind control. It's a propaganda. Here's what I propose to you. Why do we say the NWO, this acronym, can only refer to the so-called New World Order? How about the Negro World Order? You understand? Since this N-word, you know, the N-word, the end times. I'm not talking about the end times. Well, it's the end times of the Gentile world domination. This is what Bible prophecy speaks about. The Bible prophecy speaks about the end times. But what is it? People say it's the end of the world. We're all going to die and be raptured up. You know, a lot of that people believe in is really BS. And if they study the Bible a little bit, they'll recognize a lot of it's BS. A lot of these same lying white folks. You understand? And I'm not saying all white folks, but a lot of this racism, even in religion. They say we're practicing reverse racism. Wait, hold on for a moment. If you perverted the truth and whitewashed it, and then we take off the whitewash and get back to the real foundation, which was black, how are we reverse racist? You see, that's a part of a psycho-babble of Babylon. They keep babbling on. So we have to also recognize some of this propaganda is not even worthy of our serious attention unless it becomes an obstacle in our progress. If it becomes an obstacle to our progress, then we have to remove this obstacle out of our way. You understand? So that reverse racism nonsense, so forth and so on, really has to be more carefully and more decisively dealt with. You understand? If the truth is that it was black, if the root is black, and someone else came along and whitewashed it, and perverted it and twisted it and distorted it out of shape and created what we know today as this racism, you understand, against blackness. I mean, even there's some commercial or some kind of ad even today where they're talking about, oh, is this racist? Well, of course, because we still are in the so-called old world order. You understand? So what we propose is a new world order, but not, whose world is it anyway? If you even read biblical and scriptural revelation, tells you that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Christ comes along and he establishes the kingdom. This is what the Bible tells you. That all of a sudden, we read in Revelation that the wicked powers, the evil Babylon, all of these other misfits, spiritual misfits and sociopaths are doing what they're doing. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just like a earthquake, so to speak, a whole new world order is established, but it's the new world order of God in Christ, of the true God in Christ. And we already, have touched on the true Christ, or the Christ of the Bible, his background, his racial identity, his African and Ethiopianness, his blackness, so forth and so on. So we don't really have to go into that. We touched on the whitewash, Jesus Caesar Borgias. You should get that. You understand? Our role is not just to keep people caught up on a loop. You see, there's a lot of so-called Afrocentrists out there that get you caught up on a loop. You're caught up on a loop-de-loop. You understand? You don't know you're going around a loop. You're not really making progress. You understand? You're stuck. You're stuck. You understand? Because you can only see it the way that they show it to you. You understand? Like somebody show you a map or a picture or something like that, and they show it to you upside down. But you don't even have the good sense to turn it around, you understand, and put it into perspective. That's what the Negro world order is all about, the N word. The N word symbolizes the end times. I hope you can get this. You know what I'm saying? I hope you can really get this. The N-word. The N-word is a so-called Negro. Oh, no, it's the nigger. Nigger. They find nigger to be offensive. But look how the youth were able to turn that around. You know what I'm saying? Was able to turn that word around. The youth have been able to turn that nigger word around, but some find it offensive because they can't say the nigger word, you understand, and get away with it. Even how they say it is nigger, you understand, which goes back to that old something. So you see how we took the word nigga and we flipped it. Now if we look at the root of the real nigga, we have the negus and the negusa neges, the king of kings of Ethiopia. Once again, we're at our root. And once again, we're speaking about a Negro world order in these here end times. And the root is that byword. You see, that byword is the root. The byword we've been teaching and talking about, that byword. What's that byword of the Beta Israel? The byword of the Beta Israel is the Negro, the N-word, the nigger word. You understand? That word that they want to make unspeakable. They're trying to make this word unspeakable. They're trying to pass laws and legislations so we can't speak, like the thought police. The thought what police? You all of a sudden, we can't even speak this word? There's no racistness about this word. We're not doing like saying nigger and lynching folk. You know, when we say nigger, what's up my nigger? What's up my nig? What's up my niggoose? So maybe we need to say instead of nigga, we need to say niggoose. And then we'll understand that the real NWO is the negusa negest. The negusa negest world order. You understand? So this end times, N as N-word times, the N-word times, the end times, the NWO, the Negro, negusist world order. Because we have to ask the question, whose new world order is it anyway? You understand? Is it anyway? Whose new world order? Is it just about so-called Europeans in the sense of white people? Or is it about so-called all of us who so-called share this earth together? The earth is the Lord's, right, and the fullness thereof. So is it just for the liars and the racists and the evildoers? No, the evildoers have to be brought to justice. You see, and this is the crux. This is the cross of the matter. So, NWO, New World Order, or Negro World Order? That is the question to be decided in these here end times. And we as so-called N-words are proposing that.
Christ be the multitude, only one who for
And when the Lamb opened the seventh seal, silence covered the sky.